Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we left off, we needed to check on the thief that stole our merchant pass, or Goots' merchant pass, rather. Pears, huh? I'm good.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
That's what I was about to say.
Fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Goots is about an easy to mark as it comes, I mean. Huge dude. Couldn't even reach his back with all the shit he has on it.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you in... Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
Yeah.
Right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Extremely difficult. Maybe we should make it into a game so they'll enjoy it more.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Kid is having none of it. He's having none of it. Alright, kid. Hello. Hi, child.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Well, I mean, you do get paid for it, I mean, usually. Probably. Of course, they could screw over the kids, get them to do it, and then just trick them too.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Alright, Hansa. Sound like we need to go have a conversation with you. Outside town specifically, huh? So you've gotten roped into this whole operation.
Me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
So many porters here.
Porter for hire.
And nasty. Let me, my lord. You won't regret it. My god.
The refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Yeah, god, there's a ton of porters here. Alright, hello. No. And at least it lets us see the effects of the crystal destroying that we're doing.
Easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
I was about to say, why don't we just ask them?
I need to find him before his employers do.
But he seems like he's the head of this little operation, so... I don't know how we're gonna find him. Yeah, like like that other person said, you know, they know every corner of this place.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Alright, kid. I just need my pass back. That's it. Everything else is fine.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
Yeah, you didn't do a very good job.
Who are making you steal for them? Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Yeah, they're profiting off the misfortune of others. Tale as old as time. Can I please give a bit of my giant pile of gill to these kids?
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Yeah, I was about to... Your sword's looking a little rough, friend. Just saying. I don't think that was a fight you would have won. You look cool, though.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade.
Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before. Theodore, What do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Balklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
I feel like you look pretty close to like what a younger Clive would look like. Like if Clive cut his hair and stuff. I don't know. I just get the feeling. You look pretty similar to me. Just with a different haircut and slightly less grizzled.
Oh,
speak with Theodore.
where is it?
We're getting to it, Goots. Alright? Seriously, they're right. Don't carry some- Look, you have an entire ass chest on your back. Lighten your load a bit. Hey, Hansa.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, kid. You're just doing what you had to. Forced into a bad circumstance, all that.
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your traders' pass back, and I make Balklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Let's do it. Blood from the stones.
Cleft is to the south past the camp.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. I kind of had to go through it to get here, in fact. Oh, I hope I didn't scare any of the chocobo. Chocobo was so cute.
That's that then.
Yeah, this seems like a really rough situation over here. It does really remind me of Dragon Age 2. And, you know, any kind of, like, not even particularly wartime refugee or anything like that, but refugees in general is just always really rough because, yeah, there's just a lot of bad stuff that goes on. Like, only so many people can get in. They have to let people in at a certain pace. A lot of corruption and stuff going on who can and can't get in. Oh, hi. Okay, no words or anything?
You should have minded your own.
Hello. Let's go ahead and hit you with one of those. Theodore seems kind of cool. I hope I get to see more of you, Theodore. You know? Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, I don't really think you guys are going to be much of a match for me. There we go.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Yeah, they were kind of just watching. And they were like, ah, it's him! So, let's see what kind of crazy enemy we're going to have to fight up here. Maybe someone similar to that, like, bounty I fought earlier? Or is it just going to be more generic enemies? I do love the image of just the crystal just kind of like wrapped around the staff there. The crystal just wrapped around the staff with like rope. It's just a cool look. Where did you get that bravery from? I got over here what I felt was pretty quickly. You don't. Hello.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Yeah. God, they have a lot of they have a lot of people set up to watch their back out here, huh? This is still just such a cool, like, place, monument, natural wonder, whatever you want to call it. All right. That definitely looks like a camp to me. Is that the... Okay, no, I thought that was this thing. I was like, is that this thing I straight up went to earlier and was like, this looks like it's going to be important for something. Of course, I might have said that same exact thing about this.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum. The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
There's the big dork I knew I was going to have to fight. There's always like one big guy in these fights.
That guard from Bokland. Kill him! Kill them all!
I love getting a good parry. Alright. Big punch. God, that parry is so good. Just look at what it does to that stagger meter as well. Oh, okay. I tried to get my block up. There we go. There we go. The block is like good, but you don't actually get invulnerability from using the block. So if they're in the, if you don't do the parry at the like end of their combo, it's totally worthless. So, cool. Are those my passes?
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. Ah, and traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Sorry I talked shit about your sword earlier. Not everybody can have a sword as cool as mine. I did say party makeup was changed. Oh, I wonder if you would have been listed here if you would have had your cool little, your little 8-bit avatar. I should have checked that. Because you might have had a little, cool little sprite there. Might have had a cute little sprite. Bow. Hello.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite, huh?
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
I was about to say, another seal? I have so many of these.
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
The two emblems are now joined to form the collar and compass. That's cool.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Yeah, if it's a trade caravan, usually anybody with like a sword can just get on as a hired sword for defense for the caravan and just get a free ride, so. Reduces thunderstorm cooldown by 2.7 seconds, the trader's pass, and some meteorites. I kind of wish all of the different seals I got.
Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
I kind of wish all the different seals I got would be displayed on like my shirt here. It'd be kind of cool, I think.
Is something the matter? Why, I am what you see.
The proprietress of the Crimson Caravans, the best known and best trusted porterage firm in Bokglad. There are less expensive options, it's true, but customers choose us for two reasons. We're reliable and we don't ask questions. Our wagons stand ready to transport anything you might want moved discreetly, be that possessions you'd rather others didn't know about, or even people.
It can be a risky business.
But what we make from moving the former, we spend on improving our ability to transport the latter. You might even consider us competitors of the infamous Sid the Outlaw, had he and I not reached an agreement.
This being a border town.
Merchants often stop in on their way to the Crystalline Dominion to carry out any final business in the Republic. And the locals are only too pleased to oblige by weighing their wagons down with local specialties before they leave and lightening their purses in the process. But what if a visitor doesn't have a wagon of their own? Why, then it falls to porters like ourselves to provide one.
At least, it did.
Lately, most passers through journey to the Dominion in search of a safe haven rather than a tidy profit. And who can blame them? Some things are more important than commerce, after all.
Don't worry about Hansa and the others.
They will be safe with us. There will be more little ones abandoned at the gates, and they too may turn to crime in their desperation to survive. Especially if the cast stones or some other ill-intentioned element decide to give them no choice in the matter. It's up to those of us who care to see that that doesn't happen.
Safe travels.
Alrighty. What about you, Theodore?
Clive.
My sister is the smiling face of the Crimson Caravans, then I'm the scowl. She brings in the customers, I scare off those who'd prey on them.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Eloise always did have a talent for business. I prefer working with my hands, or rather my fists. There are plenty of bandits and beasts out there to keep me busy. The Crimson Caravans has a reputation to uphold, and I need to keep my skills well honed. I thought you two were too designed to just be one-off characters. Half of the wagons that come through Boklad nowadays are full of people fleeing for the Dominion, and half of them go no further than the gates, where their cries soon blend in with all the others. Let us through, we can't live without magic, they'll give us new crystals in Twinside.
Fools, the lot of them.
They love magic so much, they should have tried being born a bear.
Criminals and cowards.
Who bullied the desperate and the dispossessed into doing their bidding. And all so they could keep their own hands clean. It's no wonder it took me a while to track them down. If it hadn't been for you and Jill, I might never have found them, still less brought them to justice.
Thank you.
I'd offer you a share in the spoils if it didn't all belong to other people. Yeah? I don't want to take any of that. I got plenty of myself. Can I donate to the cause? That's like my main thing in games. So often I have such just a giant burgeoning pouch of money that I just want to give it away to everybody. I'm like, I don't need this. Take it. Alrighty. Hello.
I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know right away.
A lot more side quests for us, it seems.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know. I hope you enjoy your dry wine.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Yay! Bearer of good news. We're actually going to be able to get the next renown thing after doing all these quests too. That'll be quite nice. Alright, because yeah, there's quite a few quests we have hanging out over here. I thought we were just going to run in, but there seems to be a lot more side quests separating the different bits in this as opposed to the other areas we've done. Usually it's just you do a few side quests and then you're into a crystal. You want something moving? Then Aldrich is your man. He's never lost a load, and he's a third the price of the Crimson Caravans. Don't bother with the best, put Aldrich to the test.
Hurry, man.
Alright, Aldrich.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome, friend. Bow, 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 bow. Alright, what's this new quest? Might as well grab this while I'm here.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Yeah, sure.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The Old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Badass old sellsword, yeah. Not gonna be prioritizing that because we have other things to work on.
Porter for hire.
Alrighty.
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance?
Yeah.
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
Are you hitting on me?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemekian history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, will you ever party to a finer proposition?
No, yeah, offer him the use of your formidable arms. I don't like it when you say it like that, but okay.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do other shit actually. I mean, I can't blame anybody for maybe hitting on Clive, you know? Clive's a very handsome fella.
Get himself killed.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
It was just funny wording. It sounded like I don't know. He clearly didn't mean it that way in my opinion, but God, it definitely sounded suggestive at times.
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Hello.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
Yeah, go enjoy your wine. And I want to enjoy my wine too, because they said I was going to get something too. Alright, so now we go hit this. And then we'll work back towards that way.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Aren't you the one from the
Well, you
cutscene?
found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Alrighty. So now we go back down here. And I can hit this and then go check out that stuff at the market. I expected to be hopping straight into main story stuff this time. Which, I mean, I guess we did a little bit of it with you two. But, you know. I thought I'd be knee-deep in a crystal by now.
spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Agreed.
True word spoken.
Yeah. Good friends can make the world a lot better. Damn, bread too. So you said you had ham. That looks like a whole ass like leg. Eaten like a mutton chop. Boom. Alright. Thought you had something very special for me. Don't see anything super special. There, you gave me some black blood, but that's just selling fodder, so.
I hear the brothers found another victim.
Ooh, hi.
Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? The third this month?
The brothers found another victim, eh? We're gonna find out there's an Ikimura over here? Maybe. Alright. Let's continue down this way. Oh, hey Theodore, you moved. I noticed you weren't over there with Eloise anymore, but... Alright, so this is the character we have to talk to? Yeah, you.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. There's a sellsword passed through here. Grey hair.
Now you mention it. There was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Bucket off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Clive, give the person some money. They helped us out. They gave us good info. Especially since they clearly need it. Damn it, Clive, you disappoint me. Oh, okay.
Why am I not surprised?
I mean, I can't just pop my limit and heal here. Hi.
You'll hand over your coin.
To me, please!
Kill you. There you go, you're donezo. You're donezo. God, do you imagine the amount of strength you have to kick a grown person into the air? Like that's some strength on that kick. Like lift them up that high. My God. Like specifically lifting them up off the ground with the kick. That's the crazy part to me. Like kicking them out of the air is one thing after they're already airborne, but God.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder.
Didn't you see this when you came in here?
Dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them. With very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you.
That is a good point. That's interesting.
Surprising mystery, no doubt. But merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckyan history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
Alright, I look forward to having to beat the ass of some more enemies that you come in contact with.
I'll give him that.
Alrighty, come on, Ambrosia. Yeah, so I healed up enough from my limit break. I'll save the potion because I'm a greedy bastard. Alright, right over here. Hello. God, I hate how I have to get off Ambrosia to talk.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him. Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Alright. Thanks, kid. I guess I don't know why I got Ambrosia out, actually. The thing is right here. And I can't go up it with Ambrosia. So we just need to go up this way.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Here we go. Here's that place I was talking about. Hello? Potion, please? Nope, just Gil.
I think we found our thieves.
Quite a crown you got there, Goblin Prince. Okay, you do not care about me hitting you. You specifically have no hit stun. Okay, noted. There we go. Big punch. You're trying, friend. Bing, 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 bing. And then just give him one big charge. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't too hard at all. I was a bit surprised by you being so small, but not getting knocked around. 4 ability points, really?
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
Alright, what do we got?
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead, and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
There we go. I mean, these particular kinds of quests, while I do like the various creatures and stuff being kind of, you know, humanized. I think I've actually mentioned earlier, like, what's the deal with goblins? How smart are they? Do they have their own cultures and things? And it seems like they do. Which just makes me feel like shit about all the goblins and stuff that I fought this entire time. Were they also just protecting their home and I just walked in and murdered them? It's probably best just to not think about. But yeah, anytime a quest like that comes up, there's a similar quest in, like, when Xenoblade Chronicles 3, when I played that, and it's like, oh, I've been fighting this particular enemy type all game. And now it's like, oh yeah, despite everybody saying they're like brainless and stupid and they're just monsters, no, they actually have personalities, culture, and you know, ideas and stuff like that, and they still feel the need to protect their family and friends and homes and stuff like that. It's like, oh, fantastic. Everybody's been telling me to go kill a bunch of them and stuff. And here we go. Immediately just jump into this. Didn't they just say that goblins weren't... He did just say that. He just said goblins were not native to this area. So these have to be friends of that goblin, right? Or just more goblins that also moved over here and are probably trying to rob someone for food, I guess? I don't know. That's a funny quest to follow, the one that specifically just kind of, you know, made us kind of understand the goblin's point of view, to then immediately be followed up by this. Alright, friends, I'm sorry. Quest says I gotta murder you. I mean, it wasn't as much as, like, the Xenoblade Chronicles quest did. And in Xenoblade Chronicles, with the goblin equivalent enemy type in that game, which are like Tyrken, they specifically have like towns and stuff and cultures, and they can speak like your language and all of that. And it's still like weird because you'll get, you know, quests to go massacre a bunch of them, and people will call them monsters, but you see that they're not monsters, and it just brings some weirdness to it.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all.
Yeah, probably not.
Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward! History awaits!
You should really just walk with me, friend. Alright, well, let's go chase down you. Again, I just love the deep sigh from Clive there. Just the The very real... I feel ya, Clive. I feel ya. You having to babysit this historian running off, getting into things. Oh, now you're going to the fallen ruins. There's totally gonna be like a fallen ruin monstrosity over here that I'm gonna have to fight for you. Yup, there they are. God, what are you gonna get attacked by next? A dominant?
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Good parry. Whoop. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Good shit. Punch, 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 punch. There we go. God, you can even parry something like that. The parry does so much damage too. It's kind of wild. There we are. Alright, I really need to spend my AP. Ooh, we actually got a pretty good amount from that. Because I can afford Judgment Bolt now. And I do want to give that a shot.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late.
Oh, God.
And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
God, that's kind of sad. It's like the people that buy a sex worker and are like, will you sit down and play Super Smash Brothers with me? Will you watch this new Netflix show with me? I'm just really lonely. I just want to explain history to people.
It was a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
You almost died 3 times. By the way, for that. Just saying. You had a death wish. Don't do that, friend. Oh, that's just upheaval. Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what I really need. I need whatever, which I might have it already. I need whatever thing reduces the cooldown of, the Raging Fist. That's what I need. Upheaval, wind up. And that just reduces the cooldown on wind up. Yeah, not specifically the damage. Yeah. Well. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and spend our points here. Judgment Bolt. Summons a mighty 11 bolt. Boom. Oh my god, it's 3,000 for the next level. That's expensive. That's expensive. Alright, hello.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you very much. And that's even more renowned for me. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a reward waiting for me back at the hideaway. Because yeah, 900 feels like quite a lot. So, how about we go check out the hideaway really quickly. Local map. I have a new missive. I actually don't have enough. Was it like 920 or something? Well, I'm not gonna go back just for a missive, so we'll go get ourselves into position to pick up with the main story again next time, I suppose. I would have thought I would have had that, but nope. So, alrighty. We'll sit over here and we'll pick up with Goots here next time. So, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you then for some more.